right, so this morning or this afternoon, we're going to read a book. And we're going to read Halloween Mice. So Halloween was when? Last weekend. It was 2 days ago. Can anyone tell me what happens on Halloween? What did you do?
Go trick-or-treating.
Raise your hand. Yes, Bailey. You went trick-or-treating? Did everyone go trick-or-treating? Raise your hand if you went trick-or-treating. I went trick-or-treating. So almost everyone. You didn't go? You did?
I saw you.
You saw all y'all saw each other?
I saw Aiden.
Cool.
I saw Daria. I saw
Okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to turn to your partner and tell them what you dressed up for Halloween.
I was.
Skylar, y'all can work together. You can be my partner. You're gonna work with me. What were you for Halloween? A black pirate? Cool. You know what I was saying one of the things. Alright, so eyes back on me in 3, 2, 1. Eyes up here. Quiet. Girls back. Remember, I want to give tokens at the end, so we have to sit crisscross applesauce with our eyes up here. Robert, can you come have a seat right over here for me, buddy? Thank you. All right. We're going to read Halloween Mice, but first, let's go over some special words. Do you know what special words are? They're going to be words that are going to be in our book, and they're big words. They're going to call vocab words that we're going to see in our book, but I want you to already know them, so when we read them, you can tell me what they are, okay? So, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to say the word, Joshua, I'm going to say the word, and if you think you know what the word is, you're going to put a thumbs up. So everybody put a thumbs up. If you don't know what the word means, you're going to put a thumb down. And if you're just not sure, what do you think you're going to do? You're going to put a thumb in the middle. So if you're just not sure, sit up please. If you're just not sure, you're going to put a thumb in the middle, okay? So our first word is swirl. So if you think you know what it means, you'll put a thumb up. If you don't, you'll put a thumb down. And if you're just not sure, you'll put a thumb in the middle. Let me see a thumb, everybody. Show me your thumbs, up, down, or in the middle. Our swirl is our first word.
Swirls.
All right. So swirl means to twist. So say the word with me. Swirl. To twist. Say it one more time. Swirl. To twist. And see, SpongeBob's all swirl. He's all twisted up. See that? So he's all twisted up. So he's swirled around. Our next word is huddle. So let's see. If you know what it means, we'll put a thumb up. If you don't know what it means, we'll put a thumb down. If you're just not sure, thumb in the middle. Everyone's got their thumb? Good. All right, huddle. Let's say that together. Huddle. I'll say it first. To get together in a group. To get together in a group. And what's our word? Huddle. That's right. So I want you to share with your partner a time that you might have seen someone get together in a group. Robert, come over to me.
I saw somebody.
When have you seen someone get in a huddle? Abria. When have you seen them get in a huddle? All right, so we'll bring it back together in 3, 2, 1. Thank you for sitting so quietly with your eyes on me. Good job. All right, so let's see. I'm going to ask you to raise your hand if I call on you. You're going to tell me when you might have seen someone get in a huddle or to get together in a group. London.
I see a zombie.
Were you in a group? You worked together, so y'all huddled up. That's good. Good job. Jaden, when have you seen someone get in a group together? Yep, y'all were just in a huddle. That's right. What about on a football team? Have you ever been to a football game?
Yeah.
And they get in a big huddle so they can figure out what they want to talk about and their plan to win their game, right? So they huddle up.
Sometimes when the games are over, they get in the middle and put their hands in.
They do. That's a huddle too. All right, let's put our hands down. Let's look at our next word. Our next word,
Nibble.
nibble. That's right. To take small bites. Say it with me. To take small bites. And then see this little mouse, he's nibbling on some cheese. Is he taking big bites? No, he's taking small bites. That's right. He's taking little tiny bites. Girls in the back. Sit crisscross applesauce. All right, so now, if you take big bites, are we nibbling? No, we gotta take small bites.
Justin.
Okay, so now we know our words. Let's go over them one more time, okay? Swirl, to twist, cuddle, to get together in a group, nibble, to take small bites. Now let's say them all together. Swirl, to twist, huddle, to get together in a group, nibble, to take small bites. All right, I love the way Skylar is sitting crisscross applesauce with her hands in her lap and she has her eyes on me. We're going to look at our book called Halloween Mice. What do you think, but just by looking at our title, that's going to happen in our book? Raise your hand, Bailey. They might, yep, they are dressed up as witches. And what else do we have? Ghosts, that's right. What else do you think, Joshua? Just by looking at our front cover, what do you think is going to happen?
One's going to dress up as a lion.
A lion? You think that's a lion? That could be a lion.
Or...
Cameron, what do you think? What do you think about our book? If you look at our front cover, what do you think is going to happen? It says Halloween Mice. They're going to, maybe that's a good prediction. All right, so let's take our book walk and look through all of our pictures. See, they're dressing up in all these different costumes. Did you dress up in a costume for Halloween?
Yeah. I was a ninja with a sword.
All right, let's look at our book.
I was a chef. Me too.
It's kind of dark, don't you think? What time of day do you think it might be? Since it's dark. Nighttime. Why do you think that, Joshua?
Because the moon's out.
It is right. It is dark outside.
And there's stars.
Yeah. Is the moon out during the day? Can we see the moon during the day? No. The sun's out and it's bright outside. So this little guy right here, he's all alone. It looks like they might have left him because he's going too slow, right?
It says Mama. Mama's
Look at this picture right here. You see this big old pumpkin. What do you think where they might be?
The pumpkin
The
patch.
pumpkin patch, that's right. Because we see a pumpkin patch has lots of pumpkins, don't they? So we can
And
predict
vines.
that he's at the pumpkin patch because there's some pumpkins.
And they have vines.
That's right, they're growing on the
And
vine.
they got vines. I got pumpkins in our garden.
So what kind of type of day do we see it this,
Night.
Azaria?
Night.
Yes, right, because of the moon. So we still have it there, dancing in the moonlight. It says swirling in the moonlight. Did you hear something special? What word? Swirling, and that's one of our vocab words, isn't it? Swirl. And what does swirl mean? Twist. So they're twisted in the moonlight. See them dancing in the moonlight? Katie, can you sit up right now? Halloween mice. Stop. Listen. What do you think they're listening for? If we look at our picture, what do you think they're listening for?
If there's anything behind me. No.
They could be, yeah. They might want to know if someone's behind them.
Or if there's that could
Something might be eating it. And what'd you say, Skylar?
following.
Someone could be following them. Good. There's lots of things. And when we read our story, we'll know what they're listening for, won't we? Huddle, whisper. Quick, quick. What are they doing?
They're huddling.
And what does huddling mean?
To
get together in a group.
A cat.
So they're all huddled around. They're making a plan, don't you think?
It's a cat. Oh, big.
That is a cat. You're right. Do you see this big old shadow right here?
That's the cat.
That is really scary.
And that's the cat.
I love the way Jaden is sitting crisscross applesauce with his hands in his lap and he's paying attention. Let's everyone do that, okay? So see this big shadow? What do you think is making that shadow?
The cat.
Azaria.
The cat.
The cat? Yeah, maybe, but what else? The mice, that's right. They're all standing on top of each other. It looks really scary, doesn't it?
The cat is scared.
He doesn't.
Run, cat, run.
He is
It
very
says run,
scared.
cat, run.
It does say run, cat, run. Good. All right. And we're going to start looking at our book, but you know what we're going to do? We're going to do something really special while we read our book. It's called Making Connections. And when we make connections, we take something from the text and something from our personal experiences and combine it so we know more about the text. So then you can do that? So I'm going to make a lot of connections about my life from the story from the book, okay? So let's start. Halloween Mice by Bethany Roberts, illustrated by Doug Cushman. What does our author do? Raise your hand if you know what our author does. Skylar. That's right, they write the book. And Bethany Roberts wrote our book. Can anyone tell me what the illustrator does, London? Can you tell me what the illustrator does?
Writes the book.
That's what the author does. What does the illustrator do? Draws the pictures. That's right. And our illustrator is Doug Cushman. So he drew all of our beautiful pictures in our book. All right. Halloween Mice.
Some are scary.
Halloween Mice. Tiptoe, tiptoe. One little mice is oh so slow. Hurry, scurry, frisk, frisk. See how this one is a little slower than the rest?
The others are fast.
Halloween mice skitter through the cornfield. I can make a connection because you know what? I went through a cornfield a couple of weeks ago and I went in a corn maze. Has anyone ever been through a corn maze? I had to find all of the clues so I could get to the end. It's scary because sometimes you might not make it, right? So I made a connection. Put your hands down. I made a connection by going through the cornfield just like the mice. Ghost, witches. Whisk, whisk. Halloween mice scamper in the pumpkin patch. I can make another connection. Do you know why? I went to a pumpkin patch and got this big old pumpkin from the pumpkin patch. And I carved it, but I got it from where? The pumpkin patch. So I made a connection with the mice because they're in the pumpkin patch and I went to a pumpkin patch a couple of weeks ago. Having a party. Whirl, whirl.
Oh. Last month I went to a pumpkin patch too.
You did. So you just made a connection to our book, right?
Last month. Me too. Me too. Me too.
You did. All right, how many of you went to a pumpkin patch? Lots of us. So y'all just made a connection to our story because you went to the pumpkin patch just like the mice. All right, so put your hands down. Halloween mice are midnight dancers, swirling in the moonlight. Twirl, twirl. What did we hear in our story? What word? Swirl. And what does swirl mean? Twist. So they're twisting in the moonlight. Twirl, twirl.
There's 15 people. I'm shadows.
Dance, prance, connection, Skylar. I used to dance when I was very little. Do some of y'all dance?
Yeah.
So I made a connection with our story because I danced when I was younger. So did our mice.
I still dance.
Faster, faster. Wish, wish. Halloween mice, stop. Listen. So we got in there. Now we're going to find out what we're listening. Because remember we were asking earlier what they might be listening for? Let's find out. Rustle, rustle. Swish, swish. Let's find out what they're listening for. Halloween cat, coming, coming. I can make a connection. Do you know what? I am scared of cats. I don't like cats at all. How many of you are scared of cats?
Me.
I'm scared of cats. You do?
I'm not.
Okay. Hands down, eyes on here. Let's sit crisscross applesauce with our hands in our lap.
I used to have 4, but one went away.
Crisscross applesauce, hands in our lap, please. Huddle, whisper, quick, quick. What did we hear?
Okay.
What did we hear? Huddle, whisper.
Quick, huddle.
Huddle, that's right. What does huddle mean? To
Get together in a group.
So the mice are all huddled together, getting together to make a plan of what they're going to do since they're scared. Cameron. Halloween mice, make a plan. Scramble up a pumpkin. Click, 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 click.
Only 2 clicks.
Halloween mice, make a shadow. Spooky, scary.
I see a daddy long leg.
Where?
On the pumpkin. Right there.
That's right. That's a granddaddy long leg.
Yeah,
I love the way Austin is sitting quietly.
I know my sweat.
Austin's gonna get a token after this. Let's see who else can get tokens. Just write them down. Run, cat, run! What are they running from?
This.
Yes, he's running from the shadow because the cat thinks that it's really a mean old man because it looks kind of like a mean old man, right? But what is it really? Just the mice.
You made the mice.
Cat is going swing, sing. Nibble on pumpkin seeds. Yum, yum, yum. That's right, nibble, and that means to take small bites. So they're taking small little bites out of the pumpkin seeds. And I can make a connection to this because when I carved my pumpkin, I took all the seeds out and I cooked some pumpkin seeds. You know how to do that? You clean the seeds and you put some seasoning on them and then you put them in the oven.
Season salt. Yeah, how do you make a pumpkin pie?
I've never made a pumpkin pie before. But I've made some pumpkin seeds and they're eating some pumpkin seeds in our story. So I made a connection to our story about pumpkin seeds.
We're going to eat pumpkin seeds at my house.
Have you ever eaten pumpkin seeds? Raise your hand if you've eaten pumpkin seeds. They're really yummy. You should try them. Even the mice said they're yummy. They said yum, yum, yum.
We're going to eat them soon.
Oh, you are. So you can raise your hand because you did that. Halloween mice, tiptoe home now. Yawning, tired. Ho, ho, So they've had a long day, haven't they?
Now they have to go.
Robert. Halloween mice tumble into bed while owl in the tree hoots. One little mouse still wants to party. Waits till it's quiet, then shouts.
Sorry.
Boo! So he tried to scare them. Do you think he scared them?
Yes.
I think so. Look at their faces. They look so scared. He scared them just by waiting and scaring them. All right, Skylar. Okay, so we made some connections. I made a connection about eating pumpkin seeds, and some of you said that you've made pumpkin seeds, right? And you've been to the pumpkin patch. Has everyone been to the pumpkin patch before? Raise your hand if you've been to the pumpkin patch. Almost everyone, that's right. So we made a connection to our story. All right, hands in your lap. Good readers make connections all the time to help them understand their story better. So if we can connect them to ourselves and to the story, we can be more like them, right? So we can remember our story better. Joshua, we can remember our story when we make connections, right?
Yeah.
Does anyone remember, we have a raise our hand, what time of day our story took place in? Abria.
Halloween.
That's when, but what time of day?
Night.
That's right, night, because the moon was out. So it took place in the night. What kind of field were they in, Cameron? A cornfield, and they went through a corn maze. Because remember, I said I made a connection to the mice because I went through a corn maze at the cornfield.
Me too. Me too.
What did they see at the end that scared them? London, what did they see?
A shadow.
A shadow, and what was it really?
Like the cat.
The cat, well, the cat saw the shadow, but what made the shadow?
The mouse.
The mice. They all made them. See, they stood on top of each other, and they made. That's right. And the Granddaddy Longlegs. Y'all pointed that out that the Granddaddy Longlegs was there, but that's not what made the shadow, right?
I know. It was just cool. They used a flashlight.
They did. Well, one of the mice did to make the shadow, but we said that the mice did. Did the cat get scared?
Yeah.
And he did what? He ran from them. And he said that he was gone. He ran, and the mice went to go chase him, but they let him go, right? All right, so you got him. So I'm going to ask you some questions. And if you think it's true, you're going to put your thumb up. If you think it's not true, you're going to put your thumb down. So what are we going to do if we think it's true? Put our thumb up. That's right. And what are we going to do if we think it's not true? Our thumbs down. That's right. The pumpkins were swirling in the air. The pumpkins were swirling in the air. Joshua, what did it do? True or false? Good. The answer was false, Joshua. Why was the answer false?
Because they were not.
What was swirling?
The mice.
That's right, because they were dancing in the moonlight. So they were twisting in the moonlight. You're so smart.
Swirls.
The mice, true or false, so put our hands down. I haven't asked yet. The mice were all huddled up together to make a plan. If it's true, we're going to put our thumb up. If it's not true, we're going to put our thumbs down. On your bottom. On your bottom. True or false? Let's see a thumb, Robert. It's true. You're right. Why was it true, London? Did the mice make a plan?
Yes.
And what does it mean to huddle up? To
Get
together in a group. And they were all huddled around the pumpkin to make a plan of what they were going to do, right? Okay, our last one. The mice nibbled up pumpkin seeds with large bites. They nibbled on pumpkin seeds with large bites.
That's true.
Let everyone answer. Skylar, can I see a thumb?
No. Floss.
Ava? Kate?
Floss.
Let me see your thumb. Jaden, why was it false?
Because mice cannot take big bites.
What do they do? What does the word nibble mean?
They take little bites.
To take small bites. So the mice didn't take big bites. They took small bites, didn't they? So what if I said that to get together in a group was to huddle? Is that true or false?
True.
Get your thumbs. Is that true or false? True or false? With your thumb. Bailey, is that true or false?
False.
Cameron, why is that true? What do they do when they huddle up? They do make a plan, but what do they do? Let's look at our picture. What are they doing over here? They're getting in a group. That's right. So they're getting all in a group so they can huddle up. So the word huddle means to get together in a group. What about swirl? To twist. What does swirl mean? To twist. And what about nibble? To take small bites. So the mouse is taking really small bites. Do we nibble or do we take big bites?
Nibble.
We nibble?
No, we take big
The
bites.
mouse only has 2 teeth. Do we have more than 2 teeth?
Yeah.
So sometimes we take big bites. We can take small bites, but most of the time we don't nibble. We just chew, right?
I can take. I nibble.
You do? So when we read our stories, we should always remember. I love the way Skylar is sitting down with her hands in her lap, quietly listening and paying attention. She's going to get a token. Not right now. So remember, when we read stories, we can always make connections. And what do we do when we make connections? We take experiences from ourselves and what? The book. That's right, good. We take our experiences from ourselves and the book to connect the two together to better understand, right? So we made lots of connections when we read our book, and that's what you should do when you read your books.